But when man falls, man will now begin to survive instead of living. We are not supposed to survive. We are supposed to live. And the way we live is to emit glory. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, God's own special people, called forth to showcase the excellencies of God. So the way a man lives is to reveal God to a generation. So when you touch things, they work. Even if they were failing, the power to bring things to work is the resurrection power. Even your cars can't knock. If you touch it, it will work. Your job can't fail. It must work. Your business can't fail because there is a resurrection power in your belly. But you see, when the man fell, a new law was introduced into him. The law of lust. And so he fell from the realm of God. The Lord told him, the day you eat of this fruit, you will die. You will surely die. In dying, you will die. So what it meant was, the man will be separated from the reality of immortality. The powers of immortality that regulated him, he will be disconnected from it. So the man will no longer know what God is doing. You know, that was the judgment that came on Lucifer. That's why Lucifer is always asking questions. Did God say? There was a time when, as a cherub in heaven, he walked in the midst of the coals of fire. He doesn't ask anybody what God says. He knows what God says, but now he doesn't know. There's a knowledge gap because God judged him with ignorance and darkness. And he said, if the princes of this world had known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. So there was a knowledge gap that was introduced. One of the ways a fallen being is judged is by introducing the equation of ignorance. He's separated from knowledge. He's separated from wisdom. And that departure from knowledge is what the Bible calls death. Because life is knowledge. The knowledge of God. So the man no longer had access to the knowledge of God. He fell from the realm of knowledge. And the moment he fell, everything about him began to decline. And three things began to fight him. The first thing that began to fight the man was the flesh. When God created the flesh, God created the flesh as a casing. Because men are not supposed to wear clothes. Men are supposed to emit glory. The garment of Abraham is the light that emitted from his spirit. So when you look upon a man, you won't know he's naked because he'll be clothed with glory. The day the man began to need clothes was when the flesh became his Lord. So the flesh became visible. When you looked upon the man before, the dimension of God he represented was his covering. The same way the cherub, when they enter a place, they come with their atmosphere and their glory. But you see, when the man fell, the flesh captured him. What was supposed to be a casing that gave him legitimacy to function in the visible realm became his Lord. So the flesh began to rule over the man. And the man started living by his feelings. Fear, anxiety, pleasure. All of that began to control him. So the man had a new Lord. And the flesh made a slave of him. Because the man began to function by the dictates of the flesh, the powers of immortality were withdrawn. He no longer had the authority he had to operate in the realm of God. So even when God came into the garden, suddenly he was amazed. When I come here, there was an energy level that was sustained in this garden. How can't I feel it anymore? And God said, Adam, Adam, where art thou? God usually wouldn't look for Adam. The moment God came, Adam was the governor of the realm. So he knew where Adam was. The powers that Adam emitted kept the garden and the boundaries of the garden in order. Adam was a prince in the galaxies of God. But now God came, his throne was empty. The powers he emitted was no longer there. The garden now was open to any element of sabotage that could enter the garden. How come the laws that kept this garden are no longer in place? Adam, where art thou? And the man said, I disobeyed you. I've lost my powers. I will now succeed by safety. I will now survive by hiding. I will survive by taking caution. You know, when Jesus came, he said, if you tread upon scorpions and serpents, they will not hurt you. He said, if you drink any deadly thing, it shall by no means. That means when the man enters his reality, you can't kill him. He said, they shall by no means. So when you want to kill a man, you may need to study for a long time. Only God knows how to kill the man he created. That's why when Moses was old and stricken in age, at 120, he said even his eyes were not abated. He said he had the strength he had when he was a young man. God had to invent the technology of killing Moses. You can't kill them. He said, but when man falls, man will now begin to survive instead of living. We are not supposed to survive. We are supposed to live. And the way we live is to emit glory. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, God's own special people, called forth to showcase the excellencies of God. So the way a man lives is to reveal God to a generation. So when you touch things, they work. Even if they were failing, the power to bring things to work is the resurrection power. Even your cars can't knock. If you touch it, it will work. Your job can't fail. It must work. Your business can't fail because there is a resurrection power in your belly. That's how man lives. So when you see a man excelling, he's actually living. But the day a man begins to survive, it means the protocol of death is what is regulating him. So Adam, who was the governor of the realm, that even the animals in the realm obeyed him, Adam is now hiding. Why are you hiding? You have lost your powers. You have lost your throne. You have lost the glory that you carried. Something had gone wrong. Adam had become flesh. And if Adam is flesh, even the lion can kill him. Anything can hurt him. So the way to live is to hide.